Our old friend and neighboring star Zeta Arae continues to supply our core apparatus with plentiful resources from all 4 of its planets. We're just in the process of making sure that doesn't change before our Dyson Sphere gets underway. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. I'm pretty happy with where we're going to leave things there at Zeta Arae 1. So now let's visit Zeta Arae 2, which is close by. This is, I believe, our Savannah world, if memory serves. Yep, it is indeed. So we are getting really 1 resource from this planet, and 1 alone. We could potentially get more, but there's not really a need to get more. We're just getting the organic crystal right now. And we still have plenty here. So what else is here? There's crude oil, which is nice. Eventually, this could be a good source for crude oil. There's iron, but not large amounts of it. There is, I will say there's a good amount of coal here. So this could be a world that exports coal as well, which again is not surprising. This planet has a developed ecosystem. There's a lot of plant matter, so you would expect there to be a lot of coal and oil. They're consistent with biology in that way, and geology. So now, with that planet being visited, that was Zeta Arae 2. We've already visited 3. Let's visit 4, if I can find it. That's 1. Oh, there it is. Found it. It was hiding behind 3 as I flew away. Sneaky, sneaky. But it's fine. So I don't think we have a lot going on here. As I recall, this is an icy world, but it had at least 1 resource on it that was worth establishing a base for. What do we have specifically? Fire ice and fractal... Was this a fire ice export world? Is that what it was? So we have silicon and fractal silicon, and that's it. And it looks healthy. Looks very healthy, in fact. That's right. This is where we're producing all of these. It looks very healthy. I will say maybe a little bit less fractal silicon than when I first arrived. We still have more on the planet, though. So I think what might be worth doing... Let's see where the other deposit is. I see it. Let's go to the other deposit. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and do this in reverse. Yeah. So here's what I'll do. Let's have you output here. We'll put a splitter down. We go into the splitter, out, and then here we'll have another line. And we're going to set this up to bring... Now, where was it? Down here, right? Yeah. So we pretty much need to go around this latitude line and bring the belt the right direction until we see that deposit get a little bit closer. It's equatorial, so I should be able to spot it from where I am. I just need to bring this line around for a bit. Might be a little bit farther away than I thought. It is. So, hang on. This will be a good way to do it. If we come here, and then come up. So we're at about 108 degrees west. That answers my question. Now I can just walk to that point. All right, now it seems like we're much closer. Perfect. Oh, we're right there. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of that built first. And then we'll bring it down. We'll set up a mine. And that way, we don't have to worry about this planet being a problem as soon as it might be otherwise. Aw, did I just mess that up? I did. flip hole path. That is my favorite thing. Because remember, in old school DSP, when you made that mistake, you weren't coming back from it that easily. There was a little bit more frustration at that point. I'm so happy that they made that change. That's fantastic. All right, so I'm literally coming straight up from the fractal silicon vein. So this is pretty well placed. How are we doing on power on this planet? Totally fine. Unsurprising given the sophistication of this particular power grid that I'm looking at. Holy crap. Okay, this is my last... can I do this? No. So it does look like we're going to have to delete something. Let's delete one of these. That's a shame, really. I guess I'll go ahead and put the solar panel back down. There, and that's all 8 of them. And you are not powered, but you're about to be. There we go. And just like that, we've improved the health of Zeta RA 1 through 4 phenomenally. Alright, so those resources are going to make their way, I think. There they go. I was like, where are they? I don't see them. They're going to make their way all the way over here. Honestly, we might have been able to go the other way. Hang on, let me see exactly. No, we went the right way. It was just around the entire half of the planet, which is fair. So now those are going to merge, and we're completely fine resource-wise when it comes to this planet, so I'm not worried about actually needing to do anything here anytime soon. All right, let's leave Zeta RA. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing here, and let's keep it going. I think the next place I want to visit is actually Leonis Menoris. We're going to visit our ocean world. We haven't been in a while. There's a lot more that I can do here. I could set this up as a refinery world. I'm just, at the moment, I'm not feeling the necessity for it. I will soon, because I think what we're going to start seeing, we might even see it the next time we go back to Alpha Andromeda. Alpha Andromeda is not going to have oil for much longer. And we're going to need a world that can output oil at a much more rapid pace and supply us with oil for a lot longer. Now, to an extent, it's not necessary because we're only planning to take the series to the completion of the first Dyson Sphere. But I still think it might be fun to get that set up at some point. We'll see. All right, so water world, lava, and barren desert. Remind me what you've got going on here. Reduction and Leonis Menoris. So we really just have... Yeah, we have Leonis Menoris too. That's it. That's literally it. So let's go see what we can do here. There is more to this system. But not much more. Not much more at all. Alright, so I can see where I prepared to have an equatorial refinery operation. It seems like this... Oh yeah, this deposit's very healthy. And it goes over here and then up. That seems wasteful, but okay. Yeah, we're completely fine here. We're totally fine. Although, you know what I can do now that I'm here? Just for the pure satisfaction of it. I can go ahead and finish what I started here. I believe I put these to the maximum size. And I was just in the process of making my way around the entire planet. Actually, it looks like I might have reduced them slightly, which is fine. Yeah, that's what I did. I was using a slightly smaller brush so that I wasn't consuming quite as much soil pile, which is fair, I suppose. I mean, you can see how much soil pile is being consumed. So we're already up to 500,000 soil pile that we've just put down. But we have 4.5 million. So that can take us a good bit of the way around the entire planet. And thankfully we are in shallower space now. You can tell just as we move over it, you know, the water doesn't look as deep, doesn't cost as much soil pile to fill up, which is really quite nice. If I'm really being careful about this, I can do stuff like this. Yeah, I can actually, yeah, if I watch the lines, I can save a bit this way. But I actually think we might make it all the way around. Yeah, we are. Look at the bottom left. We are making it all the way around. Holy crap, that's nice. So we won't set up the refinery operation just yet, but we will be able to have a refinery that literally runs around this entire planet, making the most of its natural oil resources. And it'll be fantastic, let me tell you, because these crude oil seeps are not to be trifled with. It's insane. That is one thing, ironically, that will help with our hydrogen problem on Alpha Andromeda 2. As oil production goes down, we won't have as much hydrogen overflow there on Alpha Andromeda 2, and eventually that won't be an issue at all. It really just, because we're storing so much on Alpha Andromeda 2 at the moment, that's why we're seeing that particular issue. All right, so we know that Leonis Menoris is good. Alrami's good. We'll visit there soon. Let's visit, well, hang on. Let's look at Kasora from a distance. Okay, yeah, Kasora is just producing, I mean, granted, that's very nice, and we need to make sure we expand on that because the extra hydrogen and deuterium is useful. But Kasora doesn't need to be visited right now. So that leaves Kefaborealis. And what's Kefaborealis doing? Tell you what, let's look at it this way. Optical grading crystal. You know what? Let's go look at Kefaborealis just to make sure it's okay, because that is a key resource for a lot of the things that we're making. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing on our ocean planet, and there are certainly a few other things I can do to make sure it continues to look good, but right now I'm content. So let's head to Kefaborealis, and then we might head back to Alrami and see how things are looking. I am still seeing research stop from time to time, so we don't have a steady flow yet of antimatter. That could be shipment-based, maybe? But we just need to keep an eye on that planet as it continues. Another thing we need to do, oh yeah, I need to have, okay, after this, what I'll do is I'll go to Alpha Andromeda and get the resources that I need for additional railguns. Those rail ejectors adding more power to the Dyson swarm will make all the difference. Okay, so which planet was it? Kefaborealis 3, the one I'm approaching. Perfect. That was a nice coincidence, because I genuinely did not remember. Okay. So how we do in here, and what are we looking at, by the way? We've got 7 million optical grading crystal, a ton of titanium, good amount of iron too, so not bad. And then power-wise, how are we? Oh god, totally fine. Is this a strong wind world or something? It is. It is 130%. So you can see why I went that direction here. I just want to make sure that our existing... Oh yeah, this is completely fine. I might do the same thing here. Let's look for another vein and connect it. So I'm gonna... I technically don't have to do this. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. Screw it. Let's just have a second input. Why do I need a sorter? It's not necessary. Or a splitter. Just not necessary. So let's get things connected here. So good to see the construction bots at this level of efficiency, because they just get everything done so fast. It's a very satisfying game to play from beginning to end. If you've just been watching and you haven't been playing along, which is completely fine, I expect that for most of you, it is every bit as satisfying as it looks to get this stuff working smoothly when you play it yourself. Alright, so we deviated from the line a little bit there. Yeah, so this is not really a straight line, but I'm not going to worry about it. This is almost a polar deposit up here. Now, do I have what I need for you? I do, in fact. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shift right click and just grab one stack. Oh my god, that's amazing. So if you shift right click on here, you have to hold the right click though. That's the thing that's tough to remember. So it's like you shift, because you know you're holding down shift first, then you hold down right click, then you let go of shift. So you have to kind of rotate your, like, the position of your hands. That's so freaking handy. All right, and then if I just want one stack, there we go. It's a lot to get used to, but I freaking love it. Thanks again to that commenter for pointing that out to me multiple times. All right, so now I should be able to build an additional one of those miners. Or 5. 5 is fine. I need some extras. Let's do it. I have a lot of extra graphene in my inventory right now, and that is has the potential to present a problem, so we'll keep an eye on that. All right, and now 1 is all I need. This is a very plentiful deposit. I also want to make sure I'm mining these here. Perfect. So we're going to do the same thing I did on another planet an episode or 2 ago, which is to set up a... I think I did this on Alpha Andromeda, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. All right, wait, do I not have any... Okay, yeah, just build a few, please. And then grab a couple of these. And should be good to go. Perfect. All right, so now we just need to get this thing powered. Shouldn't be a problem. All right, so now we have 2 mines going for the optical grading crystals there. I am starting to notice a little bit more in terms of the productivity of research. So now let's head back to Alrami and see how things are looking. The only thing I need to do before I do that is stop by Alpha Andromeda so I can grab everything I need to make those additional railguns. Because that solar swarm, and we can make, you know, I could have a second swarm if I wanted to. That'd be kind of cool. I might do that. Rather than have just all of them contributing to one swarm. Okay, anyway, as I get distracted by how pretty this game is. There are other planets, other systems too, that I don't think I've actually planted anything in, but we're at that point where it gets a little bit blurry. There's Alpha Andromeda. Let's go! It's amazing how used to warping you get, isn't it? The first warp in the series was such a huge accomplishment. Everything that you do in the game is a massive accomplishment, like when it occurs. But then you get to a point where it's not as massive anymore. Oh, not enough warpers. Okay, how about now? All right, we're almost halfway done with the current research, and I think what's probably bottlenecking us at this point, if I had to guess, it's the thing that I'm here to expand on. So let's do that, shall we? First of all, I need to make a little bit of room. So let's put some things away. And I am, once again, carrying some extra goods in ways that are not entirely helpful, so let's do away with those. How are we doing over here? Resources looking good. Energetic graphite looking depleted, but it's been looking that way. I think it's just because we're building so much of it. It might also be, you know what it might be too? It could be the hydrogen being full from the main, yeah. That's just such a huge problem. I can't burn it fast enough. I could export it somewhere and burn it. I could, like, have an entire colony powered by hydrogen. That's an idea. Hold on. Do I have hydrogen exporting anywhere? And do I have a station that could do that? Yeah. You are my new candidate for hydrogen export. Especially because this isn't far from one of the terminus areas of our hydrogen that we have here. So, yeah, so I did set up those additional power plants to burn it off, but it's clearly not enough. So what I'm going to do here, I do see an opportunity. It's a pretty obvious one. I'm going to place a level 2 splitter, or a 2-level splitter, I should say. Alright, and then that's going to send stuff off in that direction, but then you will also... Just trying to find the best route here. It's a little bit tight. Hang on, I think I can make it work though. Okay, I do see a mine there that I can delete, so let's go ahead. That might actually make... Yes, I'm sure. Actually, that makes life a lot easier in a couple of ways. Because this entire line here is no longer needed. I might be able to condense the positioning of some of these power plants soon, but I'll worry about that a little bit later. Let's delete the rest of the line. And now we want to get that hydrogen moving through here. So even just setting this up is going to help a lot, because it's going to give us space for 10,000 hydrogen to be stored outright. And of course we have the hydrogen here too, so we can actually have it being fed from 2 different directions. I missed that, but it's okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. Let's do that. Makes what I did somewhat unnecessary, but at the same time, if this increases the rate at which it kind of bleeds out of the base a little, then, you know, let's go for it. I don't know why, but just now when I was trying to do that, I was trying to use the, like, plus and minus keys as opposed to the up and down keys, and it wasn't. I was like, why is it not working? I'm confused. I do not know why my brain did that. All right. Let's just keep these on the ground. There's no reason to elevate it at all. Alright, so this is a big frickin' deal because now we have hydrogen flowing in from 2 different directions. It's still going to keep these, you know, fully fueled, but what's surprising is that it's slowed down to a trickle. I wouldn't have thought that would be the case. Is it because of the... Hang on, let me see how I've got this set up. Yeah, it's weird that it's slowed down to a trickle like that. I mean, there's still plenty coming in, and it's stacked. So maybe it's less of a trickle than it appears. Yeah, I've already got almost 2,000 in there. And what matters is that that will start emptying out the storage over here. Or at least presumably it will. Doesn't seem like it's really happening, though. It might... The reason it's doing that, perhaps, though, is that... Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit more flow happening here now, so maybe it's getting better. Yeah, it's getting better now. So we can also check for a power increase on the local planet in the past just like 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't think power has really changed, but it does seem like those refineries are no longer backed up. Also, we're still full of oil, which is good to see. I wasn't sure whether that would be the case, but it does appear that it's the case. Okay, so what are we here for? We are here for EM rail guns. EM rail ejectors. Let's go ahead. Well, you know what? I also have a lot of stuff on me that I no longer need specifically. Oh, good. Graphene's full again. That's kind of annoying, though, because I wanted to dump my graphene here. So now I can't. Let's see if we've got a resource up here. See, you use carbon nanotubes. But some of these resources over here, yeah, here we go. You use graphene. So I can drop off extra graphene this way and free up some inventory space. Alright, let's go ahead and put you away. Let's put you away. And now I've got the space that I need. Processors. Alright, gear and steel. Thankfully, I do have steel stored here in relatively large amounts again. I just need to make large amounts of gears. So tell you what, do this. Now I need more steel. That's not a problem. And I'm okay with making these manually because by the time I get back and start building them, you know, we have enough power being produced in Icarus's chest now that it'll pan out. It'll be fine. Okay, I do, however, need to get some additional... this is completely out now. That's a problem. So yeah, apparently I just need to expand my production of electromagnetic rings. Because I'm not making enough of them, and it's really starting to show. So let's do that before we end the episode, because I think that makes sense as a task, or at least I might not be able to do it before we get to the end of the episode, because I've got to stop in just a second here. But oh, we're approaching the 50-hour mark for the playthrough. Nice. At least I can plan where it's going to go. So we have, let's see, electromagnetic turbine, we have magnets, and we have energetic graphene. Graphene, holy crap. So this line is stopping there, as is this. So we have a couple that we can just continue. I can probably find something to do with this space here. Yeah, that would be pretty easy. And I could double or maybe even triple the production of these on this planet. And I think that would help in a number of ways, because these are probably getting in the way. They're one of the issues that could be presenting a bottleneck. I haven't looked at it precisely to determine that's the case. I think the main thing I still need to focus on right now is increasing my antimatter production, but this is clearly falling behind. So we need to work on that. And does appear to be slightly connected still to turbine production as well, so gonna need to head back to Alpha Andromeda 4 once again and figure out what's going on there. We might need to do something similar to what we did on Zeta RA in order to get turbine production up. I recall doing that on lava worlds in the past because of the sheer quantity of like copper and iron that they have on those. So I might consider doing that. Not necessarily on a lava world here, but we haven't done much on a lava world, so that might be fun. Anyway, that's for the next episode, though. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.